As it was said in the introduction that I represent a mysterious organization, I came here with PowerPoint presentation to give you 19 slides of the organization, but not only for the technical reasons, but I think a post-lunch session doesn't really go well with the slides. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hand in my presentation to Tanya, so whoever is interested to look at the structural details of what RCC does and how we do it in a very nicely structured way. Tanya is going to share my presentation. But what we do, maybe why we are so mysterious, is first I'm going to say what we don't do. We don't give money and we don't implement projects. So what's out there?
Consultation.
Okay. So we are not your funders, as you very well know already, nor can we apply for funds and projects to implement along your side. So the whole area in between, in the middle. And this whole layer of activity in the middle, we are developing based from the legacy of the Stability Pact to be depleted. In 2008, the Stability Pact closed down and the Regional Cooperation Council opened its secretariat in Sarajevo and the small liaison office here in Brussels. Stability Pact had 3 working tables, and I see in the civil society community this has been missed, this working table concept. So there were 3 working tables and the regional tables. This is gone, no more regional table or working tables. But we are reinforced by a political process, which is Southeast Europe cooperation process. And this SCCP, it is called, gives us a mandate, approves our work plans, approves our reports. And this body consists of governments from the region. It's all of the Western Balkans. It's 3 EU member states, Romania, Bulgaria, and Greece. 1 country seen from Brussels and EU as belonging to neighborhood policy, which is Moldova. So all of the enlargement, which means Western Balkans and Turkey, 3 EU member states and Moldova. These countries give us a political mandate, and based on those priorities, we establish our agendas. 3 working tables have translated into 5 RCC priorities. So it wasn't that simple. It was not 3 or 6 or 9 or whatever. It's 5. The 5 is economic and social development, it's infrastructure and energy, it's justice and home affairs, security, building of human capital. In addition, there is an overarching priority also, which is the parliamentary cooperation. So in every of the area we work also with the national parliaments, but also with the European Parliament. What we do, we represent the region. We work with the region. We have regular meetings with national coordinators in every country, and we feed them with all the documents which we produce, all the activities, all the meeting reports, and so on. The national coordinators are linked with the governments. They are appointed by the governments, and they are the government representatives. Now, where is the space for civil society here? We also work with 46 different initiatives which were created over the past 10 years, since 1999. And if I was showing slides, if ever you're going to look through my slides, you will see the most colorful slides actually gives all the stakeholders, the list of the stakeholders, which is the governments, international organizations, international financial institutions, and so on. And very nicely positioned, in yellow color you will see is the civil society also. How we work with civil society. We invite different representatives of different organizations to our meeting, depends what we are doing, whether it's through the priority area or whether it's like the meeting which we had this week in Sarajevo. On Monday we had a meeting with the National Council of European Movements in 8 countries of Southeast Europe. So the European Movement's National Council came to Sarajevo, and one of the conclusions of this meeting that together we are going to establish a plan of actions how to build in the regional dimension in the work of the National Council. In addition to this, we also, when we organize workshops, when we develop projects, for example, regional strategy and research and development, we have established a coordination body for this project. It is going to be funded by IPA 2010. Multi-beneficiary coordination body to implement these projects. We have asked every country to give 2 representatives. 1 representative will come, or comes already from the national ministry researchers in different ministries in different countries where there is the education research and so on. So one will come from the ministry and the other will come from research institutions. It makes sense. It's up to government to propose, but this way, so we have a team of people who are bringing up expertise from both perspectives, the governmental perspective and also the non-governmental perspective. In different areas you have mentioned the security and justice and home affairs. Justice and home affairs, when you look at the list of initiatives we are working with, these are cooperation between police, between prosecutors, between judges, but these are governmental bodies. But, for example, the RISE Center works very closely with Transparency International, with, for example, American Bar Association, with OSCE offices in the region. So in different areas we have a different approach to working with civil society. Yesterday, this is why our Deputy Secretary General is not here, otherwise she would be. We had a board meeting in Sarajevo, and at the board meeting our strategy was in the process of adoption. It will be finally adopted in the June annual meeting. This strategy is designed to set priorities and plan of actions for 2011-2030. In this strategy, this is my last slide for those of you who will look at them. I have actually quoted direct sentences from the strategy, and it says that RCC is going to work more with the civil society, that we are going to increase our effort to bring civil society more into all of the activities which we are doing, and specifically we are saying that in the sector, for example, of building and human capital, we will make sure that civil society is working with us to reach our objectives. Should I stop here, or should I?
If you know, you're not obliged to.
Yes, and to go back to the missing link. I would like to thank you for the paper also. I read it last night, and I found it very interesting and very informative. I think in 70 pages you have really managed to put lots of information about the civil society, developments, activities in the region, and I find it very helpful indeed. I think before talking about missing links, I think we can focus on how to make the most use of already existing links. And really, there are also in this paper you say there is plenty, it's a plethora. There is a very clear support from the European Commission to put dialogue with civil society on the conditionality. What we do is also part of Commission's conditionality. So regional cooperation is also Commission's conditionality. Regional cooperation at the same time has this obvious need, as you have mentioned, that if there is regional cooperation, some of the issues go smoother. Learning curve is maybe quicker because of the language knowledge, because of the similar legal framework in the ages and so on. So there is, from both sides, the regional cooperation kind of meets in the middle because it's the need from two sides. And similar, it's also with the civil society dialogue. It comes as the conditionality, but it comes as something we do, something, it's part of what we want to do if we want to do things right. So I think when we read your paper, we can see that a lot is being done, but the skill is how to make the most of what we are doing already. So yes, you can look at our website. If you would like to learn more about us, there is on the website, there is one window which says RCC has launched a monthly newsletter, a new project, monthly newsletters. At the end of this text, it says if you would like to subscribe to our newsletter, please click here. So, and then every month, 12 times a year, we will feed you with all the information about what we have done in the present month, and also it is newsletter obviously very, very well done. And in the next newsletter already we have planned to do interview with Mr. Pat Cox, so the President of European Movement. So you see the newsletter will have a cover story about the joining efforts. So in any case, my advice is let's be very clever about using the present possibilities. The possibilities are not only the conditionality, but also also the civil society facility and its 3 different strands and building